Now, it was supposed to be a relatively competitive Super Bowl. In fact, the Kansas City Chiefs were favored by just 1.5 points coming into the game. But on this day, the Philadelphia Eagles flew into the Superdome and had a defense that was more smothering than gravy on Mama's mashed potatoes. To the Big Easy we go. The defending champion Kansas City Chiefs facing off against the NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles in a rematch of Super Bowl 57. Now check this out. Early in the first quarter, Eagles with the ball. Jalen Hurts going deep to A.J. Brown, pulls this in for the huge reception. But wait a minute, they actually call offensive pass interference. And in this moment, we were all thinking the refs are about to decide this game for the Chiefs again. Not quite. Later in the quarter, the Eagles score the first touchdown of the game on their patented tush push, just like that at 7-0 Eagles. To the second quarter, Patrick Mahomes going to the air, but Cooper DeJean says, not today, playa. He gets the interception, runs this back to the house for the pick six. Not only is that his first career interception, but it happened to come in the Super Bowl on his 22nd birthday. Matt, what were you doing on your 22nd birthday? Anyway, the Philly defense was diabolical on this evening. The Eagles sacked Patrick Mahomes 6 times. That's the most Mahomes has been sacked his entire career. Just nothing going the Chiefs' way in this game. Later in the quarter, Chiefs backed up near their own end zone. Mahomes going to the air again, and he's picked off again. That's 2 interceptions Mahomes threw in the first half alone. The Eagles led 24-0 at the half. That's the largest lead at the half in the Super Bowl era. To the third quarter now. Things didn't get any better for the Chiefs. Jalen Hurts going deep, and like a good neighbor, Devontae Smith is there for the touchdown. We call that a dime. Hurts threw for 221 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also rushed for a touchdown. He was named the game's MVP. Eagles would go up 34-0 at this point. Now here's your lone Chiefs highlight. Later in the third, Mahomes hits Xavier Worthy for the touchdown. The Fresno native caught 8 balls for 157 yards, 2 touchdowns. To the fourth quarter now, Chiefs trying to make one last push, but the Eagles defense downright smothering. They strip Mahomes and recover the fumble. And that was the theme of this game. To all the kids watching out there, remember, defense wins championships. The Eagles get their revenge over the Chiefs, defeating them 40-22. That's worth the Gatorade bath. It's Philly's second Super Bowl title in the last 7 years. Jalen Hurts, how you feeling?
Still processing it. You know, it's been a long journey. It's been a journey of ups and downs and highs and lows, and I've always stayed true to it in the end, and having this vision of just being the best that I can be, and that evolving over time into this desire and this flame inside to win. And you don't do great things without the guys around you. The effort, the work, always leaning on that, trusting in that, and trusting the process, and staying the course, and sticking to the script.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Move a little closer. That's what it's all about. You dream about these moments as a little kid, and it's just amazing to have your family and friends, and especially your family, been with me through it all, the ups and the downs, and here we are, world champs. Yeah, hell of a year, right? I couldn't do it without the big boys up front, everyone on this team, and I just appreciate them, the whole Eagles organization of me being a newcomer. Welcome me in with open arms, and helping build confidence back in me too. That was definitely helpful. So it was a hell of a year, but all the numbers and stats or records is cool. But the best thing is to be able to hold that Lombardi Trophy.
Credit to the Eagles, man. They played better than us from start to finish. We didn't start how we wanted to. Obviously, the turnovers hurt. And, I take all the blame for that. Just those early turnovers swing the momentum of the game, and then they capitalized on them, and they scored. They scored on the one, and then they got a touchdown immediately after. So that's 14 points that I kind of gave them, and it's hard to come back from that in the Super Bowl. And so just didn't play to my standard, and I have to be better next time.
Oh, it really is a shame, huh?
Oh,
poor Patrick. Oh, such a shame.
Such a shame.
Next year, kid. Next year. You got it. Don't worry about it. Keep your head up.
I like how Mahomes said next time, like he knows he's going to be back in the Super Bowl next year.
Please no. Something new. Something different. Please.
As you can tell, Matt is a huge Chiefs fan. And guys, we're talking more about the Super Bowl, and we get to hear more of Matt's love for the Chiefs right after the break in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Anyway, this obviously was a game that the Chiefs were looking to do something historic. What do I mean by that? They were looking to be the first team to win 3 Super Bowls in a row in the Super Bowl era. And the Philadelphia Eagles came in like they had been practicing, watching tape all week. The Chiefs came in like they just got finished partying on Bourbon Street. I mean, they looked disheveled. They looked confused, discombobulated. And once again, that is more of a testament to the Eagles' defense than it is the Chiefs' offense. And what am I? You have Patrick Mahomes, the defending Super Bowl MVP, throw 2 interceptions, and these were 2 bad interceptions in the first half, Matt. We're not talking like, he was trying to thread it in between the needle or something. 2 bad interceptions. He had the strip sack at the end of this. This was just a collective, dominant effort from the Eagles defense. 6 sacks in this game for the Eagles. That's the most time Mahomes has been sacked his entire career. So, Matt, I cannot harp enough on just how phenomenal this Eagles defense is and how they were able to get the job done.
Look, I know we're having our fun, kind of poking fun at the Kansas City Chiefs. We do that because they've been such a dynasty, right? They've been so incredible. But you and I were talking about this before the show. This season, they never looked unbeatable.
Yes.
Now, they kept finding tremendous ways to win games, which I think gave them a little bit of hope and optimism in a game like this, where no matter how this game went, they could win, except they couldn't win a game where they couldn't score. They couldn't win a game where they were turning the ball over so much. Credit to that Eagles defense, especially that front four. They gave that offensive line, and they gave Patrick Mahomes fits all night. The thing is with Patrick, if he gets comfortable, there's nothing you can do. And the Eagles, I think, did a phenomenal job of not letting him get comfortable in this game.
I agree. They could squeak through during the regular season with some of those questionable games. In the Super Bowl, that's not happening. Now, another thing I wanted to shine a light on is Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
This was a man who, in the national title game, when he was playing for Alabama, he was benched. After halftime, Tua Tagovailoa comes in the game. They end up winning a title. One of the most embarrassing, humiliating moments of his career. He comes back again today on the biggest stage, 2 years after losing to the Kansas City Chiefs, and he beats them with just a collective effort. He threw for 2 touchdowns, rushed for 1, and Saquon Barkley was not really that much of a factor, but it just goes to show how dynamic this Eagles offense is when they're gelling.
Well, he deserves to give a big assist to his defense, and rightfully so, but he absolutely made some big plays, especially with his legs, right? We're not just talking about the tush-push touchdown, but a couple of times on big third downs or long field situations where he escaped the pocket and just kept that Chiefs defense honest. So Jalen Hurts absolutely deserving of that MVP with a big assist to the defense.
I 100% agree with you. All right. Well, Matt, real quick, who do you got for winning the Super Bowl next year?
Raiders in my dreams.
I like how you ended that.